Right now at noon, a large police presence has gathered on Madison's east side. We're live at the scene with the latest. Also, classes at a Monona school are canceled after a bomb threat. Who police say made the threat and why they may have done it. This is News 3 Now at noon. Good afternoon, I'm Mark Kane. We're going to begin with what Madison police are calling a critical incident. It happened on the city's east side near East Park Boulevard and American Parkway this morning. Let's go now to Naomi Coles, who's live at the scene, which is still active at this moment. Naomi, what can you tell us?
Just for reference point, we're actually very near the American Family Insurance headquarters. It's right across the intersection there. What you're seeing behind me, this all started just before 8:30 this morning. I got here mid-morning and it still is, as you can see, a very active scene. A couple dozen squad unmarked cars here investigating. Now, what I saw earlier today, you can see the caution tape behind me right now, but I was actually able to walk down the sidewalk earlier today, and what I saw, there's a silver car. It's clearly not a squad car. The doors were open and officers were taking pictures inside the car, and as you can see, it's also blocked in by two SUVs. Now, pretty close to it, sitting in the middle of the road, you can see a large duffel bag. It was sitting maybe 10 feet away, and then also near the silver car, you could see road flares sitting right in the middle of the road. Now, we know that the State Department of Criminal Investigation, that's part of the DOJ, that they were involved. They are, however, not the lead agency on this because they were part of the investigation that actually led to the critical incident. Now, just a few moments ago, we actually got a little bit of new information. We know that Madison police, they were involved, but they did not fire any weapons. Now, keep in mind, there's a lot we don't know here. We don't know if anyone was hurt. We don't know who was hurt, and we don't know how any of this went down. So there's still a lot we don't know. We know the Dane County Sheriff's Office will be the lead agency giving us any new information on this critical incident. Back to you in the studio.
All right, we'll look for answers online all day long and then live at 4. Naomi, thank you. One person is in protective custody following a bomb threat directed at one city charter school. Monona police say the threat was made around 7 o'clock this morning. Someone with the school spotted the threat on Snapchat. One City Schools founder and CEO Kaleem Kerr confirmed to News 3 Now it was a parent who made the threat. Monona's police chief says they are handling it as a mental health situation.
We're going to try to do an assessment. We're going to ask questions and do an evaluation to assess exactly what we have here to verify that indeed it is what we think it is.
The school canceled classes today. They're expected to reopen tomorrow morning. Let's head to the weather center now. Meteorologist Chris Reese has a look at your certified most accurate forecast. A chilly start to the day.
Yeah, Mark, it is still cold out there. A lot of our wind chills still hanging out below zero, and temperatures finally starting to make it into the double digits for a lot of us. So these are wind chills that you're looking at right now, and it still feels below zero for pretty much everyone in southern Wisconsin, other than Black River Falls, where it feels like zero, and then right along that lake shore. That's where your wind chills are often just a little bit above zero there. But hey, we've got some sunshine. It's still 9 outside. Winds out of the north at 13 miles per hour. But we're starting to flirt with those double-digit temperatures. We've gotten rid of that cloud cover from this morning, and now our temperatures are starting to increase. And I still suspect that we see our highs into the low teens today. I still have a forecast high of 13, which has been consistent for the past several days. We've talked about today being into the low teens for those temperatures. Wind chills, by the time you get towards 3:30, which is about the time we should be at 13 degrees, are still going to be much colder, just about either side of the 0 degree point for your wind chills this afternoon. And then we're going to watch our wind chills fall again overnight. But here's our upper air pattern, Mark. I'm already watching things beginning to change. Perhaps a bit of a warm-up coming our way as we go through our temperature roller coaster. We're going to talk about that. Also, we're going to see when we could see our next chance for snow a little bit later down the road.
You know you're in Wisconsin where you're hoping for 13 for a high.
Yes, we are. Wisconsin and the coldest point of winter, too.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Chris, we'll see you in a few minutes. A massive winter storm is making its way across the country. The system is bringing snow, rain, sleet, and brutally cold temperatures with more than 100 million Americans under winter weather alerts. Across Texas, there are major concerns for millions who weathered the deadly blackouts last winter. On Tuesday, Governor Greg Abbott said no one can guarantee there won't be any outages during the storm, despite his past promise that the lights would stay on this year. Brad Jones is interim CEO of the Texas Power Grid operator ERCOT. He says the grid is more reliable than ever.
The stuff that we've done for the past year, whether it's weatherizing our fleet or the way we operate our grid, it really has put us in a solid position.
The biggest test for power, though, could actually come on Friday when temperatures and wind chill will make things feel in the -6-degree area. It could be the biggest demand for power that Texas has ever seen. U.S. Special Forces carried out a raid in Syria overnight targeting the leader of ISIS. Deborah Alfarone has more details from the White House.
Good morning.
President Biden says U.S. Special Forces have taken out ISIS leader Abu Ibrahim al-Hashimi al-Qurashi, also known as Haji Abdullah.
Last night's operation took a major terrorist leader off the battlefield, and it sent a strong message to terrorists around the world. We will come after you and find you.
The raid took place in the Syrian town of Atmeh, not far from the Turkish border. The president watched the operation with members of the National Security Team.
As our troops approached to capture the terrorist, in a final act of desperate cowardness, he, with no regard to the lives of his own family or others in the building, he chose to blow himself up, not just to the vest, but to blow up that 3rd floor.
Syria's White Helmet Rescue Group says it found the bodies of 6 children and 4 women inside the rubble.
Knowing that this terrorist had chosen to surround himself with families, including children, we made a choice to pursue a special forces raid at a much greater risk than to our own people, rather than targeting him with an airstrike.
This man says he witnessed the raid. He says, we went out and saw planes above us. 10 minutes later, we heard screams, surrender, the house is surrounded.
The overnight attack on ISIS's leader comes amidst concerns that the terrorist organization was regrouping.
We've removed an ISIS commander, and that's very good news. Obviously, ISIS is a great threat to our interests, not only in the Middle East, but around the world.
ISIS attacked a prison camp on January 21st, holding about 3,000 of its former prisoners. It was the largest battle between the U.S. military and the group in 3 years. Deborah Alfarone, CBS News, the White House.
Well, during the pandemic, we haven't just seen a rise in COVID cases. Gun violence has also risen. Today, President Biden will be in New York to announce a comprehensive strategy to combat gun crime. Funds will be given to cities and states to invest in community violence prevention and intervention programs. Money will also be used to step up federal law enforcement efforts against illegal gun traffickers.
It's a trying time to be a police officer in this country. Police chiefs are wondering who are going to be the cops of the future. And part of that is, how do we train the police differently? How do we select differently? All of those challenges.
Police departments are having a tough time keeping and getting new officers, citing concerns from COVID-19, the Great Resignation, the climate for law enforcement, and local reform programs. Continuing our coverage of the substitute teacher shortage, UW-Platteville is taking action with a new program to put students on the fast track to the classroom. Platteville is giving its students the opportunity to get their associate's degree before their bachelor's, which they need in Wisconsin to be a licensed sub. They also need training. The school is covering the cost for the training programs. Eligible students can start getting their associates this spring. With subs in high demand and short supply, schools need these teachers. Dr. Jen Collins, director of the UW-Platteville School of Education, says about 150 to 200 of their students would qualify.
It doesn't solve the bigger issue, Chris, right? You know, it doesn't. It is a bit of a Band-Aid, and I know that is the case, but it does help get somebody in a classroom, you know, for a teacher.
The earliest these students will be eligible to get to the classroom is next school year, but once the program is up and running, they can add substitutes 3 times a year. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon.
A COVID-19 treatment pill pays off for Merck, and where to go when Cupid calls for a destination date. I'm Diane King Hall at the CBS Broadcast Center. I'll have those stories and more in your CBS Money Watch report.
We're all family at Furniture and Appliance Mart's Friends and Family event. Pay what friends and family do on top brands like Whirlpool, LG, and Frigidaire. Shop amazing doorbusters and no interest financing for 18 months at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside the Ashley Home Stores of Madison.
You wouldn't pour OJ this way. And you don't have to pour paint this way either. Try Dutch Boy Platinum Plus paint in the twist and pour container with a built-in spout. Easy to hold, open, and pour. Only at Menards. Dutch Boy paints make transforming your world easy.
When you're remodeling your plumbing, turn to RHD. We're family-owned and committed to getting the job done right the first time. Reducing the spread of germs is very important, especially now. It's time to think about automatic and touchless plumbing. These new faucets give you a sleek, modern look while keeping you healthy and conserving water. Hand-waving sensors reduce germs, and your virtual voice assistant can help you determine the water temperature and how much to use. Reliable, honest, dedicated. RHD Plumbing, a proud partner of the Green Bay Packers.
There's a reason big dental bills often come as a shock, because sometimes you don't realize what's not covered until you get the bill. That's why affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual is important. It can give you benefits that go beyond what you get from more limited coverage plans. Because no one likes a big dental bill, especially if you're retired or on a fixed income. For a free information kit, call or go online now. This isn't some discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance that helps cover over 350 procedures, like cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures, at any dentist you want. Dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company helps cover preventive care, basic work, and major procedures with no deductibles and no annual maximum. For your free information kit with all the details, call now or visit sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
Do you suffer from erectile dysfunction? Peak Performance for Men uses an advanced form of acoustic wave therapy, restoring normal and natural functionality where it counts most. Call now and receive an ultrasound. Your initial consultation all for free. Call Peak Performance for Men today.
Ashley Home Store's Friends and Family event is going on now. For a limited time, get up to 54% off doorbusters, plus take a bonus 15% off. And get interest-free financing for 18 months. Only at Ashley Home Store. This is home.
You're watching News 3 Now at noon. Winner of the National Edward R. Murrow Award for Overall Excellence in Television.
Raked in billions of dollars thanks to its COVID-19 pill. The company says profit topped $4.5 billion on revenue of $13.5 billion. Sales of its coronavirus treatment pill Molnupiravir totaled $952 million, and both its top and bottom line were better than expected. Fewer people signed up for unemployment benefits last week. According to the Labor Department, first-time filings for weekly jobless claims fell by 23,000 to 238,000. Keep in mind, this Friday, we get the all-important monthly jobs report. Pack lighter if you book with Frontier Airlines. The budget carrier is changing its policy on overweight bag fees. Travelers will soon have to pay an extra $50 for bags 41 pounds and heavier. The extra charge used to kick in at 51 pounds. The change takes effect March 1st for passengers who bought tickets after January 18th. And Wallet Hub is out with its list of best cities for Valentine's Day. San Francisco topped the list. The city by the bay nabbed the top spot thanks in part to its array of Valentine's-related activities. Seattle came in second, and Honolulu rounded out the top three. To compile its list, the personal finance site weighed factors like cost of a three-course meal for two, florists and jewelry stores per capita, and the forecast. And that's your CBS Money Watch report. For more, head to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Diane King Hall.
Thank you, Diane. Let's check Wall Street at the noon hour. The Dow down 306 points. The NASDAQ off 379. The S&P 500 down 78. New at noon, do you buy Wishbone salad dressing? Well, you might want to check your fridge. The company is issuing a recall. Conagra Brands is issuing a recall for Wishbone Chunky Blue Cheese and Thousand Island salad dressings. Both contain egg, which is not stated on the product label. The FDA says people who are allergic to eggs risk serious or life-threatening allergic reactions. There are no reports of illness or injury so far. Conagra is working to remove the dressings from store shelves. Well, coming up next at noon, we'll share your latest ag numbers and meet a rescue dog with a special talent, plus another day of bitterly cold temperatures. Chris Reese has your latest forecast after the break.
If you stutter on the phone, speech-to-speech is for you.
Hi, Nihada. This is Andy Smith, and I was calling to see if our home loan has been approved.
A specially trained operator revoices a conversation to the person on the other end of the line.
Hi, Nihada. This is Andy Smith, and I was calling to see if our home loan has been approved.
Oh, Andy, we have great news. You've been approved for the full amount.
To learn more about speech-to-speech relay service, go to wisconsinrelay.com.
Need a COVID-19 booster, vaccine, or test? Hy-Vee makes it easy. Whether you're getting a booster shot or it's your first COVID-19 vaccine, there's no appointment necessary. Walk-ins are welcome. You can get a vaccine anytime the pharmacy is open. COVID-19 vaccines are free. Plus, you get a 50-cent fuel saver. And if you need to get tested, Hy-Vee has drive-through COVID-19 testing. Your local Hy-Vee pharmacy is here for you.
You're a hard worker. Provide for your family. Do good things in the community. Help out your neighbors. You've been there for so many others. Now, we're here for you. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. Apply now for a hand up.
Whether you have a design emergency or you just want to shop the best furniture showroom in town, you need Dwellings, Madison's best kept secret for design and furniture. Shop our fabulous showroom, Hard Rock Road, Fitchburg.
She swam to fight cancer.
With the statistics, it's amazing that I'm still here.
Now 4 new swimmers join her fight. Susan Simon takes you inside a groundbreaking UW study.
It's going to be very promising.
Tonight on News 3 Now at 6.
It's been 1 year of inspirational stories in the 608. Josh Brighter ends the week with a look back at some amazing people who've touched our hearts.
And some cold wind chills as you get ready to head out the door. We're going to track all the latest tomorrow morning from 4:30 to 7.
The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
And Pam Yankee from the Midwest Farm Report is out covering the Wisconsin Corn Soy Expo today and tomorrow. So here are your farm numbers. To smile at this lovable guy? No, we're not going to see him. There he is. It's Benny, an 8-year-old rescue Labrador with a special talent for ice skating. He was rescued on his last day at a kill shelter in Utah. Benny has performed at skating events all over the U.S., raising money for charity and helping kids with autism. He also won the American Kennel Club's Exemplary Companion Award for his ability to put smiles on people's faces. That he does. So one thing Benny can do around here, a lot of ice around.
Yeah, I was going to say we haven't had much snow, but we definitely have had the cold for the ice. A lot of that snow's been to our south, Mark. We're still watching this same storm on radar, and it's the same storm that we've been talking about for a couple of days at this point. This storm showed up on Tuesday. It is 2 days later. This storm is still here over parts of the country, impacting places to the south as well. I said this earlier this morning. I'm going to take you on the tour-day winter storm, if you will. We're going to talk about some of the communities being impacted. I want to talk about eastern Texas for a second. Dallas just got in on a lot of sleet, freezing rain and snow. Now things are starting to come to an end. But even Austin and San Antonio, Texas, seeing the sleet, freezing rain and snow. And this actually works its way into Houston later on tonight. We come farther to the north and east, and it's Little Rock over to Memphis. That's where we've seen significant sleet and icing. Up towards Paducah, heavy snow through southern Illinois right now. Let's go farther to the north and east. Now it's icing throughout Cincinnati, down towards Lexington, Wisconsin. Ice starting to take over parts of Louisville along I-64. Heavy snow from St. Louis to Indianapolis, over towards Columbus and Cleveland, even Detroit. Getting in on this. I just named a lot of communities. Wisconsin was not one of them. We have been held at bay. You see all the winter storm warnings and ice storm warnings to our south, but we have high pressure in control. And that high pressure in control has kept the storm well towards the south and east of Wisconsin. And to be quite frank, this has been somewhat of the pattern that we've seen all winter long. That's why out of the previous 6 weeks since we really moved into winter, we haven't had much of anything. Meanwhile, it's just storm after storm after storm happening right across the Ohio Valley. These places have had more snow than we've had so far this winter, and more snow than we normally would have had at this point in the winter as well. That storm continues to pull away. By the time we get you towards tomorrow afternoon, it'll finally be wrapping up. Our area of high pressure starts to slide towards the north and east, and here comes a weak area low pressure and cold front. That'll bring some flurries tomorrow. By the time we get you towards midnight, most of that begins to move on out of here. But we do have a chance to at least see flurries. So for the snow lovers, there's your chance. Not all of us will see it either. That's the other thing. Temperatures, though, cold. At the moment, it is 9. Winds out of the north at 13 miles per hour. Our wind chill still hanging out below 0. That's probably going to be a theme even into the rest of our afternoon. 10 for Janesville right now. Wisconsin Dells coming in at 7, 11 in Boscoville at this point. Let's factor in the wind, which thankfully they've been able to relax just a bit, but even still, a lot of our wind chills hanging out below 0 at this point. 4 below Janesville, 6 below for our friends in Monroe, 2 below for the Dells, Lone Rock, Boscoville, all along that Wisconsin River Valley at that point. But we push forward. We continue to get rid of some of that cloud cover. Watch the lakeshore. If you're traveling over towards Milwaukee today, there could be a couple of lake effect snow bands that move on through. We'll see a little bit of cloud cover moving towards tomorrow. Check it out. 4 below 0, your overnight low. We see our chance for some flurries. Our winds turn out of the south for a brief period tomorrow. That helps us warm up towards 19. Here comes a cold front. Winds change directions out of the north and west. The reality is we're not going to stay all that cold. Temperatures actually begin to improve. Starting tomorrow, we go from 13 today, 19 your high tomorrow, 20s for the weekend, and then we start to see those 30s showing up for the middle of next week. All right, we have a chance of snow in the forecast, guys. Thursday night into Friday. That's what I'm watching right now for our best shot at seeing some snowfall around here. Not a lot, not a big deal, but it's something.
A little tear in your eye talking about the storm down south.
Yeah, especially, so Mark, I shared this earlier today. Every county that I've ever lived in my life, and I've lived in a lot of counties, every county under a winter storm warning except Dane.
There you go.
That I've ever lived in.
You're talking about Texas and Kentucky.
Yeah, so that's the way it is.
All right, well, better luck next time.
Yep.
There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Up next, Howard comes up with a classic recipe today in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
Looking for the ultimate comfort food? Well, look no more. Today, we're cooking up a classic favorite that dates back to the 17th century, yet has never gone out of style. In soup.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Who am I?
Wow, is that really me?
Hi, I'm Annette, and I'm an actress. Under eye bags and wrinkles are so frustrating. They're so hard to hide and so hard to get rid of. I came across Plexiderm, and I was so excited. We have a model. His name is Richie, and all he's doing is taking a small amount. It's so powerful. That's all it takes.
This Valentine's Day, in just 10 minutes, you will look incredible.
This is something that you can do in the convenience of your own home. It's a cream. It's a topical. It literally creates an invisible layer that tightens the skin and smooths it out. All you do is gently rub it underneath your eyes, on your fine lines and wrinkles, and it visibly disappears in as little as 10 minutes.
My real true opinion is holy words I can't say on camera. This is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It was amazing. It feels good. Feels great. Looks even better.
I can't even believe that this worked. I was a little skeptical, I am not going to lie, because I saw people online with it. I'm like, yeah, right, that can't possibly work. I'm telling you, it really works.
I thought I might see a little difference, but to see that big of a difference, and you know, I felt something happening, but I had no idea. Like, I have so many dark circles, I have the puffiness, I have the lines. Like, it's amazing. I love it.
I did this to my father at home because I was skeptical. Yes, I admit it. 4 minutes, 34 seconds. The appearance of his under eye bag was completely gone. We were screaming. You have an event, you have any of those moments where you want to feel the best about yourself, I am telling you, the videos that you see on social media and TV are real.
This Valentine's Day is the best time to get Plexiderm for only $14.95 and see it work for yourself after your first application. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Readers rejoice. Madison Magazine's Big Book List is back. Choose from dozens of new local titles. Meet amazing Wisconsin authors. And visit indie bookstores thriving in challenging times. Check out Madison Magazine, online and on newsstands now.
News 3 Now is always on.
Get the Channel 3000 app, activate the push alerts, and we will send you breaking news, traffic, and weather alerts as it happens.
The Channel 3000 app. Get it now.
Powered by News 3 Now.
This time of year, no matter how much we want to cut back, we still crave comfort food in a big way. You know, the kinds of foods that warm us up and make us feel all cozy inside. And today, we have just the thing. It's a dish that dates back to the 17th century, yet is still very fitting. I'm talking about beef stroganoff. And if you got a minute, let me share how easy it is to throw together. The first thing we want to do is cut a boneless top sirloin steak into 1/4-inch slices. This gets sauteed in some melted butter, along with a bit of chopped onion and garlic, until no pink remains. Takes just minutes. We sprinkle the top with a little flour and a good amount of black pepper. And for the sauce, we add a can of cream of mushroom soup, a can of cream of chicken soup, and some fresh mushrooms. After this simmers for a bit, we stir in some sour cream, and there you have it. It doesn't get any easier. When you serve this over buttered noodles, which is pretty traditional, or mashed potatoes, get ready for comfort at its best. The recipe for our simple beef stroganoff is online now, so you can make it as soon as tonight. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found an oldie but goodie way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
Thank you, Howard. It's time to introduce you to our pet of the week. February is Adopt a Rescued Rabbit Month, so Dane County Humane Society would like you to meet Ariel. She's a 1-year-old rabbit who starts off shy, but is very friendly when she becomes comfortable. She enjoys being petted and nibbling on veggies. Ariel also enjoys exploring outside of her cage. Are you ready to make Ariel part of your world? In honor of Adopt a Rescue Rabbit Month, Dane County Humane Society has reduced the adoption fee on rabbits to $10 during the entire month of February. And Rachel the rabbit, who was featured last week, is still available for adoption. If you're interested in adopting Ariel or Rachel or checking out the other animals at the Dane County Humane Society, go to giveshelter.org. Now here's Chris with one final check of your forecast.
It's going to be sunny as we go throughout the rest of today. Temperatures staying cold, though, not getting above 13 for your high this afternoon. So get used to that, but enjoy the blue sky.
Yeah,
we'll see more clouds tomorrow afternoon.
Sun helps. All right, Chris, thank you. Thank you for watching. We'll see you back here at 4. Have a great afternoon.